this is Tom, aka Gedeon here for Tabletop Tap Room. Today we're looking at Prayer Quest. It's a review of a product I got at ShireCon. It is a solo module. I have been exploring and looking into solo RPG play and, just circumstances of kid going to college, ShireCon, Tammy's place. I've just not really been able to dig into that project and actually do much with it. So this was very timely when we got this module at ShireCon called Prayer Quest by Tom Wilson. And we're going to do a review of it today. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but it's an excellent module and you're going to want to check this out. But first, let's do some housekeeping. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks to the subscribers. Please do hit the like, subscribe, bell icon. Help me build the channel. And a quick word from my sponsor.
This video is brought to you by Gloomer Games Mystic Days, the Caldwell Edition. The Kickstarter includes 4 hardbound books, Monsters and Mayhem, Magic and Treasure, Player's Book, and Adventure Guide. OSR style, 6 classic stats, no character classes, you build the character you want, no initiative to slow things down, no OP characters, and death is always on the table. You roll to cast, failure could lead to an explosive catastrophe, and every weapon is unique. Polearms get the place they deserve with every weapon having a reach modifier, and monsters are bestial and not humanized. With fantastic cover art by Clyde Caldwell, this is old school gaming the way you remember. Links below.
Yes, the links will be in the show notes. Gloomer Games has been rocking it on their Kickstarter, and very excited about this hot new product. So the Prayer Quest, here we go. This is the cover of it. I actually, full disclosure, Tom Wilson gave it to me, and I suspect he because we were wrapping up, ShireCon was wrapping up, and he says, "Did you get this?" I says no. And then he pointed to one of his kids, says, "Make sure he gets a copy of Prayer Quest." And I suspect, because I got one of his modules last year, and then I reviewed it on the channel. I mean, I got it for free in the raffle. I won the raffle, and then Tammy won the raffle. And we got 2 copies of the module, and I ended up giving one to my son, stepson Zach, and and I did a review. And that module was absolutely fabulous. I loved it. And it was a great, like, hey, let's add this to our Isle of Dread campaign. If you're doing the Isle of Dread, absolutely spot on. So I suspect that Tom, but he didn't put any quid pro quo on there. He just gave it to me. So I just want you to know I got it for free. I suspect he kind of expected I was going to review it. Doesn't matter. It was timely, absolutely timely, because I've been looking into solo gameplay, and this is a solo module. You can run this by yourself with yourself, and this cover is absolutely fabulous. Now let's talk about. I did a bunch of scans because I just was handed a physical copy of it. I don't have a PDF. I did a bunch of scans on my scanner here. I'm not going to show you the whole module. I'm just going to show you the artwork, because the artwork is absolutely killer. In fact, I had a nice conversation. It was Chet Minton is the artist, did all the art in here. And I was like, hey, dude, sign my module, which he did graciously. So, I mean, just the artwork is stunning and vibrant and evocative. It just kind of gets you. One piece of it's a little bit gruesome, but despite the fact that it's gruesome, it's like still kind of cool. So production values on this. It's full color art throughout. It's easy to read. Font size is great for, aging eyes, honestly. And it's well laid out. A little bit of use of blank space in the layout, which I always appreciate, because there is a purpose to having blank space if you've studied this sort of thing. So he uses a little bit, not much. and it's just a great convention module. So the links will be in the show notes. You can check that out. Now, here's what I would use this for. I would use this module for, if you just want to do solo gaming, you can't get together with anybody, get the module, play it by yourself. Awesome. Barring that, let's say your regular group, nobody shows up. It's just you and one player. Pull out the module and run it as a one-shot. I want to go to the character sheet. This is the back cover. Now, this is the character sheet. So it's a pre-gen. And you get a cleric. And you can see here, alignment is law, which is a number one flag. You've got that law, neutral, and chaos alignments of the BX. And he's a cleric. You can fill in the name. You can fill in his title. Change sex, gender, whatever you want. But you can fill in a few things. But basically, you're getting a pre-gen, and that's okay because the premise for this is Prayer Quest. Is that this cleric was in prayer, his morning meditation to get his spells from his deity, and his deity whisks him away to a pocket dimension, and he has a mission. Listen, I need you to do this mission for me. Now, so you go to this pocket dimension. It's very much like the Ravenloft with the pocket dimensions there. And, so you get transported to the gates of this dimension. And when you complete your mission, you will be transported back to your body. But you get to keep any of the little rewards that you find along the way. Come with you. So that's the setup, and it's absolutely a cool setup. So even if you die in this, you still don't die. And basically, I'm like, this is a cool thing. So if you could totally rip this whole idea off for your regular game, that you got a cleric character there, and you just want to do a one shot with them. One of your players is doing a cleric. You want to do a one shot with them. This idea that while they were in prayer, their God whisked them away to a pocket dimension. I got a mission for you. You need to do this because you're my servant. You are my cleric. I give you this power in these spells, and I empower you to dispel undead. And so, I have a mission for you. I think this is a great idea. This would be a great one shot. Can totally rip this off. It doesn't have to be this mission, but this is a great little mission. Now, let's take a look at the map. So the basic premise of this is that you're in this ravine, and it's pretty linear. I mean, there's a few branches here where you've got some choices of path, and actually you have choices that you make along the way here at different spots that affects the adventure later on. So things you do where the flayed man is or where the statue is can impact what happens later on, further on down the adventure. And the map goes down, and then there's some more maps. And I just love this this 3D mapping that they did. This is absolutely fantastic. I love this style of mapping. Absolutely love it. So why did you? There we go. So the flayed man. You're in the enemy's. You're in the enemy's domain for this mission, and you come upon this flayed man, and this artwork is just it's gruesome, but man, it's really really cool. So this guy has been he's been flayed to punish him, and you find him there chained to the things. It's absolutely this is what you find kind of shocking. I just thought this was a great encounter too. Then next up, these guys, these undead here. Look at this artwork by Chet. This is absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. So, you follow this down, and the artwork is all tied to encounters in the module. So I love that too. It's not just, random boring artwork. It's artwork that absolutely conveys the action of the module. And I love when you get that in a module. You don't always. I was looking at some older Iron Crown modules for the Middle Earth role playing, and they just didn't have very evocative artwork. They had character portraits, but it wasn't that great. But this is just fabulous. And the blood serpent. And yeah, there's different things in here that's all about, rewards that the cleric can pick up and use. And yeah, this is towards the end of the module. I mean, look at this. This is absolutely great. I love this stuff. So, solo module. It is a bit linear. So normally when I review something, I'm going to tell you the good and the bad. I don't have a criticism for this, and I don't normally I would criticize something that's pretty linear, pretty railroady. I would criticize that as a detraction, because it's seen as a detraction, but I don't actually feel like that's a detraction in this case. The concept of the module almost kind of requires it. It really helps keep the thing moving along, particularly with solo play, where you're not using a DM emulator. You're just reading the module as you go. And I kind of really like this particular solo product. I've looked at other solo products, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to take a little bit of work to use. I love this. Just read it and play it and have a good time. And I'm like, yeah. And I think there would also be some replayability. And at $20, it's a good buy, because you're getting some really killer full color artwork, high production values, and it's absolutely something you could take and then use on a night where not everybody shows up. Break out the pre-gen. Doesn't he? The person who did show up, doesn't he have to be running a cleric? This is just here's a pre-gen. It's a one shot. We're doing this, and we're gonna have fun. And you will, and because that flayed man, you coming down the ravine and you come to the flayed man who's being tortured, and it's like, wow. You show the artwork. Just put that right in the player's face, like, ah! It's shocking. It's gruesome. It's like, stunning. And the artwork just there's not a lot of dripping blood there, but the artwork still is gruesome without it being too gory. So I've, again, 5 stars on this one. Absolutely worth going to Throwi Games and check out their products. And this is just a great convention module that, I guess every year at ShireCon, he has a new module this is the convention module. So this was it. And the one I got last year with all the islands, and you go by boat from island to island, that was a great one, particularly if you're adding it to Isle of Dread. It was great. It would be absolutely fabulous to add that one to Isle of Dread. So definitely worth checking out Throwi Games. Great stuff. This is Tom for Tabletop Tap Room with another review of a product. This is not our usual Friday review. I'm going to still try to get one of those in. We're having a week where I was bogged down a little bit with the Star Frontiersman Volume 2 getting it ready for layout. So we're a little delayed on the videos, but we should still be able to get in a Free Friday review video for tomorrow. But anyhow, thanks for watching this video. And don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, and bell icon, and keep on gaming and try out some product from Throwi Games. I've loved every single one of his products that I have. Absolutely.